Yeah. Daffodils. There we are. Go for it. On the floors of the trains, on the floors of the train to the floors, the wee on the floors. On the wee on the floors. Wee. That's porn, that's porn, that's porn. Sorry, can't help it, I'm mad. So, I've been in a jam today. Bye YouTubers, bye. Bye. Stagecoach. Leaving Chilton, and the bloke can stop the bus for the miles. And the bus here, that's pouring, that's pouring. More buses. we're now approaching North Petherton. I am surprised. Church over there. Church. Library. Another bus. Leaving North Petherton. They go mad. Go mad.
Video away!
Laura Jones reports.
Chances are, as long as your train is on time, you're not too bothered who's running it. So what today's announcement means depends on whether or not you think this company is doing a good job. First Great Western have been running services here for nearly 10 years, and now they'll continue for at least another 4. They say it's going to be a time of change and improvement.
Bristol and South Wales and the South Cotswold services will be getting the new Super Express trains, but we'll also be increasing the frequency of services from Bristol to London as well, and working hard to reduce journey times by up to 15 minutes on a number of key flows.
At the moment, the journey from Bristol to London Paddington takes about an hour and 40 minutes, depending on which station you travel from and what time of day you travel. But in 4 years' time, we're promised a better, more comfortable and faster service, taking just over an hour and a quarter. Of course, that's not all down to First Great Western. Network Rail, the people who look after the train tracks, are involved in a massive multi-billion-pound plan to electrify the railways, meaning disruption in the short term, but they say huge improvements in the long term.
Electrification, as I understand, is still on track. The crucial part is the bit that allows these intercity express trains to run, and that is absolutely the priority. But again, it's a £7.5 billion modernisation programme on this line. There have been some, I think, set-up timing issues. No one quite understood how complicated it was going to be, but I understand the programme is accelerating every day.
Not everyone's happy though. The Train Drivers Union has already expressed doubts about today's deal, and others are concerned about the level of change and disruption involved. But tonight, with promises that these improvements won't mean higher ticket prices, some commuters are happy to wait and see. Laura Jones, BBC Points West, Bristol.
And a big sport.
Senior position.
In an exclusive interview with the BBC, Conservative David Huxtable has been speaking out for the first time since quitting as a member of the council's cabinet. He was found to have breached the authorities' code of conduct while trying to sell the freehold of West Somerset Railway. Ruth Bradley reports.
The West Somerset Railway is one of our most valuable tourist attractions. But these rails run on public land. The freehold has been owned by Somerset County Council since the 1970s. And it's the attempt to sell this freehold which led to the councillor in charge of finances and property coming under formal investigation. Last summer, emails between Councillor David Huxtable and a representative of West Somerset Railway Association, Roger Bush, were released through the Freedom of Information Act. In one, Councillor Huxtable tells Mr Bush he's managed to avoid the deal being brought before the Council's Scrutiny Committee. I think I've got this downgraded to a workshop at a time to suit me, he says. There's no panic yet. In another, he advises Mr Bush on how to word a press release. If perhaps you remove the word substantial from before capital receipt, he writes, that might help both parties. It makes it too easy for someone to ask how much. The release of these emails led to complaints against Councillor Huxtable, which were investigated and brought before the authority's standards panel last month. The hearing here lasted 2 days. It found he'd used or attempted to use his position improperly to give himself or someone else an advantage. It found he'd released confidential information and brought the council into disrepute. The standards panel said Councillor Huxtable should be suspended from the cabinet, but before that could happen, he resigned from the cabinet permanently, but remains a Conservative county councillor. Do you regret the way you handled this?
No, I accept now that emails are the written word. Whereas I think in the past I've used them rather like telephone calls, and in fact I've probably sent emails while I've been on the phone as well.
But you shouldn't have been using that kind of language on the phone either.
Well, I don't think... I accept that what I said in the emails are subject to misinterpretation. And I think that at the end of the day is one of the reasons that I resigned, because the public perception is that I was favouring one side or the other. I know I wasn't.
On tonight's Inside Out West, we speak to the other person in this email exchange, Roger Bush. and find out about plans to transform the land around the railway. Ruth Bradley, BBC Points West.
This is me in my bedroom. I don't want to go. I like it here. I don't want to go. I love you, Dad. I really do love my dad. Just wish that he was here. I've been here for the past 44 years. I don't want to go. I love it here. I love my dad. Goodbye, buddy. Goodbye.